Hi and welcome to your Active Agent training. To get the most out of this training, we recommend that you watch this first video on its own. Interact and create a deal with us during the second video, then revisit this video when required to refresh yourself on how to use the features on your newly created deal. By learning in this way, we aim not only to give you a full understanding on how the system works, but also hints and tips on how to get the most out of Active Agent. From using the task management apps to sending proposals instantly from outside the appointment. So before we start, let's take a quick look at our explainer video.
You may sometimes feel overwhelmed by your everyday responsibilities. Managing your business and taking care of your existing clients leaves little time for you and your staff to chase and convert new leads and expand your portfolio. And even when you do manage to find new leads, you don't always have enough time to convert them. You have two options. You can let those leads get tired of waiting and go to your competitors, or you can turn to Active Agent for help. Active Agent is a full automated CRM system designed to help estate and letting agents connect with and recontact new customers online. We streamline and automate the entire process to help you get and convert new leads while still providing your existing customers with a level of service they deserve. Here's how we do it. We start by creating additional platforms for you to gain additional inquiries and then help you win them over with an attractive and informative welcome campaign. The campaign, as well as subsequent appointment emails and instant text messages before and after appointments, are started automatically by our system. Active Agent also creates automatic tasks to help your staff offer the best possible journey to your customers. After that, a dedicated app enables your listers to send professionally designed focused proposals directly to your clients just minutes after the appointment, when they are most likely to make a commitment. Once the proposal is signed, Active Agent automatically sends all the necessary forms and signing pages. All that's left is to list the property and the deal is done, with as little hassle as possible on your end. Double your conversion rates by giving your customers what they need when they need it.
Great. So just to recap, our software will not only communicate with your customers automatically, but will also assist you throughout the process of taking on more clients while saving you time. So let's have a look at the features that will give your prospects the perfect customer journey. So before we move on to our features, we better just go through our support. So if you ever need to get in touch with us, we've made it really easy from your system. So you just click the magnifying glass in your search bar in the top left hand corner and type in Active Agent or Support or all of them, and then just search contacts. Within there, our contact will come up and you'll see here you can email and the telephone number to contact us on. If you want to click into there, you'll click in and then you'll see all the other information. Now when you first go in, you'll probably find the task tab open with no details in, so just click the notes tab and that will show you the rest of the information. If you click on there, on the right hand side it will open up with all the links. So from here you can then get access to the guidance group, any custom images and all the landing pages, and obviously your website login details for the members if you've forgotten them. Now if you want to contact us directly, obviously if it's urgent, phone, but if not then send us an email. The best way to do that is through the system, so you have a record of what you've sent us. So just obviously fill in the details there and click send. That will automatically send us an email and we'll record it here so we can always see that what's been going back and forth to us. Firstly, let's just explain what pipelines are. So our job here at Active Agent is to help you turn potential customers into paying customers, and the way we do this is through pipelines. So a pipeline is the individual steps a potential customer is going to go through from awareness, consideration to decision. And automatically, as soon as any customer enters any pipeline within our system, we will start a personal customer nurture journey tailored to the service that they've required from your agency. So let's take a look and see what this looks like in your system and obviously how to get to it. So first of all, you just go down the left hand side and click on the deals. Once you're in deals, this will open up your pipelines. And as you can see, pipeline is made up of the individual stages that your customer will go through before they end up being a customer. So we're from proposal sent, instructed, and all the way through to under contract. Now we can see which pipeline we're in. So we're in the landlord pipeline, and we can click the drop down to see the different pipelines. So vendors, sales chasing, we switch you, recontact, and anniversary. So in the sales chasing pipeline, we can see it's still made up of different stages, but these stages are obviously different, and then go all the way to completed. So if we go back to the landlord's pipeline, we can see in here we have what we call our deal, and this is the property. And the deal can be then, as you can see, dragged through the different stages, so you can see whereabouts this person is within their journey in your office. If we click into the deal, we can see the pipeline stages here. Now these can be changed at any time, so we can flip between vendors and landlords, etc. And the stages can also be altered at this point, making it easier for you. If we then click back out, and we'll go back into the pipeline, and we click on the $sign, we can see here the deal that we're in. Now these can all be filtered down, so you can have a look at just the individual deal owners and filter it to either open, closed, etc. Different ways you can look at your pipeline as well is you can look at the task field, and this will show everybody what tasks are to be done in the pipeline and the urgency of those tasks. And we have just a free folding list view as well, but you find that this pipeline stage view is the best one that you'll be able to see through where everybody is. Using the task feature will ensure that all your customers are kept in top of, and you never forget that important call for either you or your colleagues. Tasks are either created by the system at important stages during the customer's journey, or via yourself or via a colleague. These are all shown within a simple traffic light system. So red if it is due today or overdue, green if it's due tomorrow, and grey if it's due in the future. To see your tasks, you can always see them within your home screen, but to create a task, we need to go into a deal. So as per when we showed you in the pipelines, we open up a pipeline to find the deal where we need to create the task into. Before we click into this one, we'll see that there is an overdue task which is shown us from this screen, and it shows in red and shows that it's 7 days old. So if we can click into the deal, we can see what that task is that is overdue. To add a task, all we do is click add a task and just give the task a title. So in this case, we'll just say chase client, and then we can choose the task type, and you can choose whichever type you want from there. We'll keep this one as call, and the task will always be assigned automatically to the person entering it, but you can assign it to any of your team. The due date is obvious, so we just create the due date and the time. Now the time is what we say is if it's a time that someone's going to be called back at any time that day, book it in for early hours of the morning, because that will be red when you come into the office. You can see those tasks that are due today. If it's a time that someone has to be phoned back at, then you can create that time there. If you want to be set a reminder to call this person, this is an email reminder. All you have to do is you can set a reminder and do hours, minutes or days beforehand. So here we'll just show this as 5 minutes before, and as I said, that will send you an email beforehand. And then to create this, all we do now is to add a task. This task has automatically been created in date order, so your most important one will be at the top, and as you can see, it's overdue is in red. This one's in grey, so it's due in the future. If we want to change this task to anybody, if we want to reallocate it, it's very easy. You can just click on it and reallocate it to anyone like shown in there. To complete the task, all you do is tick the side of the task, and then that will show it as task completed and will show in your recent activity, but we'll delete it from there. Now also you'll see your tasks within your home screen, and again these will be color coded, and what you'll be able to do is just click straight into that in the morning to do your red task, and it will bring up the deal, and then you can go straight in it to then complete that task if you want to. You will only see your own deals in your home screen. To see other people's deals within each pipeline, you click in the tick arrow in the pipeline, and this will show everybody's deal within that pipeline alone, but will show whether they're overdue, upcoming, scheduled. And you can then filter this down to whether it's deal owners, opened ones, or completed as well. The other way to see tasks is if you want to view everybody's tasks, to check everybody's done tasks, how many tasks they've done, and to see all the tasks throughout all the different pipelines. You just click in the contacts and then manage tasks. And as you can see here, it will show you all the tasks. Again, whether they're due or whether they've been completed with a cross through as well. This again can be filtered into users or all users. So you can see what tasks are due and which type of tasks, etc. We really do recommend you using the task feature, as this is a real great way to prove that jobs have been done and to ensure that nobody gets missed or nobody ever gets a phone call back. So first of all, let's show you how you set up your emails as per your onboarding document. If you don't do this step, then you can still send emails from your email address from the system. The thing is that any emails coming into your email account won't populate with Active Agent. So to do this step will ensure that that happens. So we just go to Deals, at the top we click Add Account, and in here we enter your email address and follow the steps. Straightforward. Once that's done, when you log into any deal, from here you'll be able to send an email directly from the system to your customer. By doing this, we just click the email address, and then you can free type any email within the system there, and that will go from you to your customer. Click send, and then instantly that's gone. You'll see a notification at the top. And then on the left hand side, if you click the emails tab, you'll see all the emails that's gone back and forth to the customer. Now with the system, you can't add an attachment. If you want to add an attachment, you have to send it from your Outlook and it will still register it. But the way we can get around that is to click a hyperlink into anything. So if you just click in some text, click the hyperlink button, and then in there you can add any hyperlink that you want. Then that will pull the hyperlink through into the email. So click there, click send, and again if we go to our sent emails, you can see the sent email and there's the hyperlink in there. Now the final thing that we'll show you with sending emails on here is to send in saved responses. Now saved responses will save you so much time sending the same emails that you always send to your customers. And if you can see here, we've left you some dummies, but we would recommend that you go in here, check them all, and check that you're happy with them. And within here you can have up to 500 saved responses. So what we're going to do here is show you that they're completely interactive, so you can change the text in them even though you've already saved them. And again, by clicking send, and once you've chosen which saved response, we'll automatically send it. Now to create your own saved responses or amend the ones we've got, you go to the settings bar, saved responses on the left hand side, and there you'll see the saved responses that we've created for you. You can edit any of them by just going in and editing them, or you can create your own new ones. So to create a new, top right hand corner, give the response a name, and it's easy to then do which subject you want it to go to. Enter the subject in the top, and now here we can now fill in any attributes that we want to. So you press the percentage button, and then with this percentage button, what will happen, your attributes menu will come up and you can choose which ones that you want. So in here we've put in obviously the first name, and then if we want to put the property address, again go to the attributes, and obviously the property address will be the deal title. Then from there you can add any text or fill in anything else that you want. And again, if you want to put a hyperlink within any of these texts, you can by highlighting, click the menu and then click the hyperlink. Okay, so once that's done, all we do is click add. Once that's added it in there, and you'll be able to see saved responses, and everybody else in your team will as well. So now if we go to our emails, we'll click the landlords where we saved this, click down to test, and there we can see there's the email with the title and the attributes automatically filled in for you, so you don't have to. Click send, and again if we check our sent emails, we'll see that this has automatically gone with a record of who sent it and the time and date that it went. So the next thing we're going to show you is our notes. In the system you can add in any notes that you'll add, and if it's in the deal screen, the property screen, then that will add a deal to that property. And by clicking add, it will timestamp it and tell you who did it and when it was done. Now this is to add a note into the deal screen, and we can see here in our all activities any deal notes that we've done. By clicking in there, click in notes, and it will show all the notes in there as well as in the left hand side. So you've got a complete record of everything that's done. And also we can see the emails in this part here as well. Now the other place that you can add a note, this is adding a note for the property. Now if you want to add a note particularly just for the customer, because that customer might have more than one property, what you do is you click the customer's name to take you to the customer screen, and then down the bottom here you can add a note in here. Now this will add a note, as I said, just for the customer, and it won't fill in the note in the property screen as well. So we can just add this in here just to show you what happens. And then once we click add, when we click on the notes tab here on the left hand side, we'll see there that's where that note is, and again it will timestamp it on who left the note. If we go into the deal screen, it will show that that note isn't in the deal, only in the customer. So it's a good way of differentiating between the two. We do recommend keeping the most of all the notes that you have. So also within the system, you'll be able to see all the recent activity that's ever happened between a customer and the deal. So to see this on the right hand side, there's a few for the recent activity. We click in it to show more. You can see all the different types of activity that's happened. To see any of them, you can click on the highlighted and it will actually show you in full screen what that was. Now also, instead of seeing all the activities, we can then choose which activity we want to see. So whether the campaign emails or the emails that have already been sent as well. So this will just break it down to make it easier to see. Now also we can see recent activities in our customer screen. Click on the name to get to the customer screen, and this will just add a little bit extra of the recent activities, such as when people have opened their emails, you can see there, and again we can then choose which ones of these that we need. You'll be pleased to know also within Active Agent we have auto form sending. So what this means is if we take this here from whence the proposal's been sent, and in this screen we'll follow the landlord. So once this proposal's been sent, then once the customer signs their agreement, they will then automatically be sent their next form they need to fill out. So if we have a look down here in our recent activities, and if we scroll down to our traditional proposal, we'll just show you what the customer sees and what the customer does. So this is the customer's proposal, which we've shown you in another video. And if we just scroll down to the bottom, when the customer accepts our offer, they'll then be taken straight to a sign-in page. They'll choose the service that they want, fill in their details, and obviously sign that they're happy to go ahead with you. This obviously isn't your legal form. This is just to tell the customer that yes, that they want to go ahead with you. Once that's signed, they then submit, and automatically once that's submitted, you will see here that they then get sent their traditional landlord instruction property form. They can either save this form or they can download it. And it's an interactive form, so obviously here if they click leasehold it will ask the questions. Again, if they click mortgage it will ask the questions about the mortgage. If not, it will take those questions away, just so it shortens the form and makes it a lot easier. Once they sign that and submit that, then once they click submit, they'll get a PDF of what they filled in, and so will you, so you know that that's happened. The other ways that we send the forms as well would be in a vendor form. So if this was sent in a vendor form, what we'd then do is it would just send in the sign-in pages for them to sign, and then it would send you a acknowledgement to tell you that that's been signed, and then ready for you to send your sole selling agreements from your CRM system, whichever one that you're using. The final way that we'll also send forms for you is for your We Switch You service. So here, once the property has been moved, to send the We Switch You forms automatically from the system, the We Switch You forms will be sent to your customer, ready for you to get them back. So campaigns can be easily sent now if your vendor has decided to go with a competitor. So you can see here, we just drag your deal into listed with competitor stage, click on it and then go to the customer screen. Once in the customer screen, we see in the right hand corner it says send a campaign, and here you can choose between 4. So vendor fall through, house not sold, false promises and price drop. You just choose which one you want to send, click on it and click send. That will now automatically send that campaign just to that one customer, and then you can recontact them as well. We've made our sales chasing pipeline a really easy way to keep in touch with your customers as they go through their sales progress. So once you hit offer accepted, it will tell you to move it to the sales chasing pipeline, click into the deal and change vendors to that. Choose the stage, which would normally be the first one, and then click save. As soon as it hits this first stage, it will then send the customer a notification of whereabouts they are within the sales chasing pipeline automatically. And every time you just drag it between the stages, you can see here, the customer will automatically get an update with no need to do any work from yourself. So once they log into each of these stages, as you can see, the update will appear, so they will know whereabouts they are. Also within here, this is the great place to start making your notes, so you can keep in touch with everything that's going on within the property, and anyone else can see when that sales chasing needs to be done. Also, you can obviously check the emails between yourselves and the customers, and here's a great way as well as changing the stages. Again, once you move the stages, the update will automatically happen. Within Active Agent, we always say you never lose a customer, they just haven't found you yet. So if a customer decides to go with another agency, this is how we show you what to do. So what you do is you want to complete your tasks, and then just add a note in as well. Because we're going to be recontacting these people, we want to know what we're going to talk to them about. So once you've produced your note, click add. And then we go up to the top of the screen and we can now move this from open to lost. Now the deal will still be in the system, but you won't be able to see it in the pipeline, but you'll always be able to search for it. Once that is updated, what's now going to happen, automatically in 4 months' time, this deal will repopulate itself in the Recontacting Landlords pipeline. By doing this, it will create a task for you and then send that customer on a brand new nurture journey to tell them why they should switch from their current agent or do it themselves back to doing it with you. And that all happens automatically. So if we just click into this deal, if the landlord decides that yes, he does want to go ahead with you, then you just leave it as open, change the pipeline to landlords, and then choose the stage which you want to choose it to go back into. If the landlord though decides that he doesn't want to go ahead with you now, we can now see that the task has happened. So as you can see here, it says lost landlords entered the pipeline. Landlord probably rented with another agent or did it themselves, and call them to see if we can. If you do contact that customer and that customer decides no, they're still happy where they are for whatever circumstances, then we need to lose it again so we can recontact them. So again, we complete the task, and again we go in and add another note to tell us what's happening. So in this case, we'll just assume that the tenants want a 12-month tenancy so that they're happy. So now we need to tell the system when we need to recontact this customer back again. So the first time it's automatically in 4 months time, and now we need to tell it. So we always really want to hit for 2 months to the end of what we think will be the tenancy's notice. So in this case we choose the 2nd of November and then we just click save. Once we've entered that date, all we now need to do is change this status back to lost, and then it will recontact again and do the same again. So as well as landlords, the system will also contact vendors at key moments. So once it's completed in the sales chasing pipeline, we can then just click into the deal, and then we want to mark this deal as 1. What we want to do again is just to ensure that all the tasks are completed, and we add in the relevant notes when this is going to repopulate itself back again in a year's time. We'll then just change the status from open to 1, and with that, again, the deal will disappear from the pipeline as it is not active anymore, but you can find it at any time within the system. But the key point is that now this is going to repopulate with the customer in a year's time. So automatically in a year's time, you'll see that it will appear here in your anniversary pipeline with a task for somebody to contact them back, and then sends them on another nurture journey, with the first one being an e-card, and it will know if it's the first year, second year or third year of their house anniversary, and then ask them if they want any price on their property. Again, as before, if the vendor does want a new valuation, then just move it to the vendor's pipeline and then do it for the stage that you need to contact them next, and remake the appointment as you would normally do with a new deal. If though they don't want any help at this point, you just mark them once again as lost. No need to fill in any more dates, because this will automatically restart to send them the new stuff next year. Finally, we'll take a look at your mobile app. So first of all, we see the tasks, and to create a new task, just click the plus button in the top right hand corner, and the same as you would on the desktop, you can create yourself a task or anybody else. Within the task, if someone else has created you a task, you're able to go directly into the task, and from there, directly from the app, you can phone the customer, email the customer and text the customer as well. We can also click into the property details before you contact them, just to refresh you of all the details and also all the activity, including emails, etc., that's gone between you and the customer before you contact them. The other part of the app which you'll need to use is the deals, by clicking the bottom there. Firstly, we recommend you click the menu button in the top left hand corner to make sure that you can see either your deals or everybody's deals, just in case somebody's put a deal in wrong. Once that's applied, then this works exactly the same as the desktop as well, where you have the pipelines on the top and you can choose between the pipelines that you wish to see. Once you're in the pipelines, you can scroll between the different stages, as we can see here in appointment made. If you want to create a deal at any time, this is great for if you're out and about and you meet somebody who wants to sell their house, etc. Within there again, the same as the desktop, you can put in all the information and description about the property, and they will instantly get their nurture journey as well. Finally, the settings. With the settings, you can allow yourself to have push notifications so you don't miss anything, and you can choose which email provider you want to email out from the app. You can choose your SMS, whether you want to be messages or WhatsApp. And then another great thing is that you can choose the caller ID. This will then give you the information of the caller if it populates within the system.
Excellent. You've just completed the first part of your training. Now you have a full understanding of the different features that Active Agent offers. You're well on your way to becoming legendary. Now, I recommend you log onto your system and play the next video, Creating a Deal, so you can follow along at the same time. See you in a minute.